on a walk, and this walk is stunning because it goes through like farmers' fields, and it's always so quiet, especially this time in the morning, and it's so nice to just stand and hear the birds and the little bees and the sunlight, and then get stung by nettles, but so I'm just on my walk, and I've like sat down on like a little bridge in the sun, and it just made me think that like a lot of the time when we're walking, we don't actually stop to be mindful on our walk. I feel like walking has unfortunately become another kind of wellness diet tool again to get you 10,000 steps in, and so much pressure around it, when that's the complete opposite of walking. Like, walking is meant to be a mindful, very just gentle form of exercise and movement. And so this is your sign today to go on a walk, and when you do, actually pay attention to your walk. Don't get lost in your thoughts thinking what you're going to do when you get back, what needs doing, what's happened that day. Although that is good to do sometimes, like sometimes we just are always in our heads and we forget to come out into the present. And so when you go on your walk, just focus on your senses and note something for each sense. Just take a moment to pause, because it's okay to pause on a walk. You don't need to speed this walk to get your 10,000 steps in. You don't need to not stop because that's being lazy, or your steps don't count then because you were stopping and pausing. No, it's not about that. It is about you being present in the moment and paying attention to what is around you and the beauty of it. I mean, look at my environment right now, you know? We need to appreciate the natural beauty around us more. My mum bought me this cup while I was away, and it's so cute. It's like cottagey and it's got flowers and butterflies. It's gonna be my summer cup. There's nothing like a fresh sip of Pepsi Max. today I'm having a massive wardrobe clear out. Since coming back from Paris, I just kind of want everything gone. I want a new wardrobe. I want to refresh. So I'm going to be doing a massive Vinted upload, and then also do clothes to go to the charity shop or clothes to just bin. So I thought, to make me feel productive, I will talk out my decisions to you, because during this process I always feel like we're always very indecisive, cannot decide whether we want to bin it, keep it. You go, no, I'm going to get rid, and then suddenly you have a vision of an outfit. So I need to be a bit ruthless today, so I'm taking you with me. So welcome to my atrocious mess of a room. There's stuff everywhere. So let's get started. So I have this red jumper, and this red jumper is that comfort jumper, you know, like I have worn this on so many occasions. I've worn this literally to go to sleep in, but then I also wore this to go see Ariana in tour in London in 2018. It's that kind of jumper, but you know what? I think it's just had its day. And I also feel like, as good of a jumper as it is, since being in Paris, like, I didn't really have all these comfy clothes, so I would wear like proper outfits, and it made me feel like so much more put together and productive. But then, like, literally this morning I woke up and threw on the comfiest clothes in my wardrobe, and I've just slugged around all day, and then I put this on to kind of feel better, and look at me now, voila, you know, I'm going at it. So I feel like if the comfy clothes are just not there, I'm just not going to wear them. And in my head, that's an improvement. Now this is like, I love this because it was like a throw over summer blouse, very chilled, but you know when you just get, I mean, I bought this secondhand anyway, so it's like when you get sick of the sight of it, I'm like, it just needs to go. See, like, the problem with this one is I love the colour, but I don't really like the top. And I'm sorry, I literally got this, I swear I was 13 and wearing this. Like, I think it gets to a point where just because something's pink doesn't mean it stays. This was a scarf my best friend made for me. How cute. Another red scarf. You just can't get rid of the scarves, you know. Now this gilet, see, I'm fed up with the sight of it because I've worn it so much, but it's actually really useful, and like, I do wear it. It's just, I had this phase, like, you know, that dark academia Rory Gilmore study phase, and I got everything just brown beige check, and I'm fed up of brown beige check. I'm so done with the check that I want to get rid of it. But it's actually a very useful gilet. She can stay. You can stay. I mean, Christmas jumper, it's not going. It's the best Christmas jumper to exist because it's pink. Okay, now this was a visionary purchase. I saw this in a charity shop for £1, and it's a kid's dress for a 5-year-old. But I had a vision. But I don't think the vision really worked because of this little skirt situation. But the more I look at it, the more I think, no, there's potential. I think if I cut the little flare off and just keep it the top, it's cute. She's cute. So she's staying, and she's my little project. It's kind of chavvy. You know, it's like a cropped situation, but then it's one of them jackets where, like, you know, when you're leaving the house in a hurry and you're like, oh god, it's actually colder than I thought, I need a jacket, and you panic, and then you see this and you think, perfect, because it's got a hood, it's got a zip, it's fluffy on the inside, and it's pink. She can stay. Just get a few Pinterest pictures with her. Okay, now this dangerous woman, she ain't going nowhere. As old and filthy as this is, like, the bacteria that is probably grown inside of this is probably the cure to COVID. But, like, she's not going. Now this, see, the thing is, it's one of them things you wear twice a year, but when you do, it slaps. She can stay. Okay, now that I've gone through that wardrobe, I'm just gonna like close the door on it before I start sorting it out. I kind of want to go through everything before I start sorting stuff out. So that one's closed. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Just spin it all. Blue raincoat, which I want to get rid of, but it's one of them things where you want to get rid of it because it's summer, so you're not thinking of winter, and then it gets to winter, you haven't thought about buying yourself a coat, and then you come to this dire situation where you need a coat because every year we are shocked that the season has changed once more, and then you go, oh, go get that coat, and then you realise that you got rid of it, and then you're like, why did I get rid of that coat? I now don't have a coat. What am I going to wear? So, no, she's not even cute, is she? This dress is so cute. It was my mum's, and now it's mine, and it will stay mine. Thank you. See, I love this. It's so cute, but I also don't like it on. So she can go unvinted. Because if I just stick Matilda Jeff in the caption, people are going to eat this up. Surely. This dress I wore when I went to... I mean, I know I said I have stains on all my clothes, but like I can't tell you what this is. She looks like she's been dragged through the mud, so she needs to be washed. Whether she's sold, charity shop or bin, she needs to be washed. So now I've gone through all my clothes in my wardrobe. So I have the biggest pile of just mess in my room. So I'm going to go through and just pile and bag, charity shop, bin, vinted, and then start taking photos to upload the clothes to vinted. I'm not a coffee drinker, I'm a tea gal, but I've got myself a coffee in my Luke's Diner mug because convenient. Okay, so I'm going to be making some scones. I say scones, it is scones, okay. I've been watching the Great British Bake Off from last year, so 2023, because in Paris I couldn't watch it, and I really missed watching Bake Off and Strictly. So I've been binging it, and now I just want to bake everything British. So we're going to start with scones. So I'm using this bake book that I've had since I was a kid, and literally it is the best cookbook ever. It's got like all your most basic recipes in here, but they're exquisite. So we're gonna make the scones and hope that they rise. Sift the flour, baking powder and salt into a large mixing bowl. So this recipe actually makes 8 to 10. So I'm going to halve it because I don't need 10 scones. I mean, I could make my way through 10 scones, but maybe that's why we need to halve it. I will also put the recipe down below, so if you want to follow this recipe, you can do. Okay, so sieve. So I'm going to be doing, so I'll tell you the original recipe and then what I'm doing if you want to join in. It's 225 grams of self-raising flour, so I'm going to do 112. Give it a good old bash. The baking powder is 1 teaspoon, so I'll do ½ teaspoon. Honestly, I've always been a person never to bother weighing or measuring like baking powder, spices. Like I always just like, I don't know, put in what I fancy. So, okay, we'll do that half because I'm halving it. A pinch of salt. Just. Okay, so now I'm going to add the butter. So it wants 50 grams, so I'm going to halve. So 25. Oh, that's 45. Okay. 25. Perfect. 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 Rub it in until we get our breadcrumbs. And, you know, pre-warning, I have washed my hands. Make sure you wash your hands. Hygiene, you guys. My goal for these are to have them rise kind of equally. I hate when they are lopsided and all sorts. Love them anyways, but I actually before this saw a TikTok video by Paul Hollywood on his top 3 tips for making scones. I can't lie, I've already forgot them. Anyway, so now I've got a breadcrumb consistency. So I'm going to stir in the sugar. So 25 grams, so 15 all, 25 for me. Oh, sounds like a big clump in there. I'm just gonna honestly sprinkle it, I feel like. There we go. Okay, stir in the milk with a round bladed knife. Gosh, we're going through all the utensils here, aren't we? Round bladed. I can't even use the one I use for the butter, it's sharp. So we need normally 150 ml of milk, so I'm going to do 75. 125. Wow. I wonder what the effect of the rounded knife is compared to a spoon or a sharp knife. It's all in, I guess we can give it a good old mix now. Something ain't right. Because this is very, very sticky. This is way too sticky. We need a lot more flour. See, already plan flopped. And now I'm just going to have ruined it because I probably added like way too much flour here, haven't I? Okay, we have our dough ball. Now it is time to roll. You need to roll it out to 2 centimeters. I say that like I know what 2 centimeters looks like. I'm just gonna roll. Have a good time rolling. As long as I think I could make 4 with it, well 5, then we're good. 2 centimeters. Okay, I think we're nearing 2. I think this is looking quite 2-ish. So we're going to go for the medium. Okay. Let's see. What have we got? Okay, hers look a little bit thicker, but you know, beggars ain't choosers. So it's going to go on my tray. I'm actually going to make my own jam. I'm going to do a blackcurrant chia jam. So I've got some blackberries here, which I actually picked when I was on a walk the other day. So it's really simple. You basically just need to mush it down in the pan, and then when it's all squashed with a fork, you just add the chia seeds until it thickens up. So I'm going to taste test. So I've got my scone, which is fresh, so it's still warm. The jam that I made, which is also still going to be warm. It's not had time to cool. And I've got a little butter and a little green tea here on the side. It's just started to rain a little, which is so cozy. You can snuggle up. So, oh my god. It's like soft on the inside. I'm going to do one with a bit of butter and the other side with a bit of this jam. It smelled of like mulled wine when I was making it. I'm going to go with the butter side first. I've nailed it. That is what a scone should be. Crusty on the top, but so soft on the inside. Test with the jam.